Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, kids. How are you today? How is your day? Is it great? I hope you are great because I'm here great. Okay, welcome back with me, Miss Cynthia Maya, in our English online learning class. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, before we start our study today, let's say basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On the last meeting or on the last video, I have already explained in detail about asking and giving advice or suggestion. Is that right? Okay, but on this meeting and on this video, I would like to explain more in detail about our new material today. It is about this one. Yes, relative pronoun or relative clause. Okay, what is relative pronoun or relative clause? I would like to tell you about the concept first before I explain in detail about this one. Okay, the concept is like this. You already have two simple sentences and you have to change these two simple sentences become a complex sentence. Remember that you have two simple sentences and you have to change these two simple sentences become a complex sentence, and you have to combine these two simple sentences with a word who, whom, whose, and which, and I will explain in detail when or what can you use this word to combine these two simple sentences become a complex sentence. You get it? You ready? Okay, so please prepare yourself with your focus and also with your English textbook. Don't forget to write down our material.
Okay, as I told you about the concept before, this one I would like to give you some imagine or some pictures about how you write a relative pronoun that has already combined with who, whom, which, and whose. Okay, sometimes it's in the middle of these two simple sentences like this one. The first simple sentence 1, and then who, and then simple sentence 2, and it become a relative pronoun. You got it? Okay. This one first I would like to explain about who. Who di sini bukan siapa ya, tetapi bermakna yang. Okay, remember that, bermakna yang. It is for replace a person in a subject. Remember that, untuk mengganti sebagai kata ganti orang yang letaknya di subjek. Jadi dicari dulu yang mana yang kira-kira kata untuk menyebutkan nama orang dan letaknya di subjek, dialah yang akan diganti dengan who. For example, like this one. I have two simple sentences. The first one is, we know some people, full stop. And then the second one is, they live in Jakarta, full stop. Okay, this one is the first simple sentence and this one is the second simple sentence. We as a subject, no verb, some people object. And then the second sentence, they as a subject. They sebagai subjek di kalimat kedua, jadi dia pasti menggantikan seseorang di kalimat pertama, yaitu some people. Karena ada pemborosan kata, they-nya harus dicoret diganti dengan who. Tidak ada lagi double orang di dalam dua kalimat ini. Jadilah seperti ini. We know some people who live in Jakarta. Kami mengenal beberapa orang yang tinggal di Jakarta. Nah, ini adalah salah satu contoh complex sentence dengan menggunakan kata who atau biasa kita sebut dengan relative pronoun. You got it? Okay, the next is whom. The second one is whom. As same as with who, but the differences is bermakna sama dengan who, yaitu yang. Hanya saja perbedaannya as a replace a person in object, sebagai pengganti orang di objek. Tentu saja dilihatnya dari kalimat kedua. For example, like this one. Sasha loves a man, full stop. And then the second one is I met the man yesterday. Sudah bisa dilihat kan yang mana yang merupakan orang dan terjadi double kata orang di dalam dua kalimat itu. Yes, it is the man. Okay, the man is an object on the second sentence. So the second sentence should be erased. Okay, jadi yang di kalimat keduanya harus dihapus, diganti dengan kata whom. Jadilah Sasha loves a man. Oke, letak whom-nya tetap di tengah-tengah ya, di full stop yang pertama tadi. Whom I met yesterday. Sasha mencintai seorang laki-laki yang saya temui kemarin. Ini dari simple sentence, dari dua simple sentence menjadi satu kalimat lengkap yang disebut dengan relative pronoun. Itu tadi whom. And then this one is the next one is which. Bermakna yang, masih bermakna yang, but the difference is as a replacement of noun or animal. Pengganti kata benda dan hewan. Kalau yang tadi orang, kalau yang sekarang hewan dan benda. Example like this one. I don't like this novel. It was printed in English. Oke. Yang benda itu sudah jelas ya. Berarti this novel. Kata ganti keduanya yaitu it sebagai kata ganti novel. Yes, jadi it-nya harus dicoret. Jadilah seperti ini. I don't like this novel which was printed in English. Saya tidak menyukai novel ini yang dicetak dalam bahasa Inggris. Is that easy, right? Okay, I was wrong for the number, which is the number 3, and the number 4 is whose, bermakna yang sebagai pengganti kepemilikan. Pernah dengar kan kepemilikan, yaitu sama seperti ini. Yang ada kata my, your, his, her, their, its, and our. Kalau ada kata ini semua harus dicoret. Langsung diganti dengan whose. For example like this one. We saw the people. The people ini jamak ya. Jadi pakainya di sini their. Their car has been stolen. Oke, the people jamak. Jadi menggunakan their. Their car itu menyatakan kepemilikan. Jadi their-nya dicoret, diganti dengan whose. Jadilah we saw the people whose car has been stolen. Kami melihat orang-orang yang mobilnya dicuri. Oke, paham? Semuanya bermakna yang. Untuk who, whom, whose, and which, semuanya bermakna yang. Oke, you got it?
That's all my explanation about our material today. It's about the relative pronoun with word who, whose, whom, and which. If you guys still have some question, don't forget to write your question on our Google Classroom and I will answer your question there. Before I finish our study and our meeting today, I would like to say something. Don't be a lazy guy, don't be a lazy person. Still keep on spirit to study and learn more about our English. Okay, I'm sorry for the mistakes. I think it's enough. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye. See you on the next meeting.